On February 23, 2025, China unveiled a series of groundbreaking advancements across multiple high-tech sectors, signaling its rapid ascent to global technological supremacy. Leading the charge is DeepSeek, an AI startup that has developed models rivaling those of Western giants like OpenAI and Meta, achieving comparable performance at a fraction of the cost. In the automotive industry, BYD, China's largest electric vehicle manufacturer, announced the integration of its advanced driver assistance system, God's Eye, across 21 of its 30 vehicle models, including the affordable Seagull hatchback. Meanwhile, China's space program is moving full speed ahead, with a planned moon base by 2030, while its semiconductor industry has defied US sanctions and is now closer than ever to full technological self-sufficiency. These are just a few examples of how China is taking the world by storm, showcasing its ability to dominate the industries of the future through innovation, strategic investments, and decisive action. But this success was not random. It was planned and executed over the past decade. It all started with a bold strategy known as Made in China 2025, a vision that has reshaped the global balance of technological power. Please drop a like and subscribe for more content. In 2015, China launched the Made in China 2025 initiative, a nationwide effort to transition from being the world's factory to becoming the world's technology powerhouse. This plan set ambitious targets, including achieving 70% self-sufficiency in core components and materials by 2025. Initially, Western analysts dismissed it as overambitious, convinced that China would never match the technological prowess of the United States, Japan, or Germany. Fast forward to today, and China has not only met many of these goals, it has surpassed them. As of October 2024, China has achieved leadership in 5 out of 13 critical technologies, including high-speed rail. China now operates over 45,000 kilometers of high-speed rail lines, more than the rest of the world combined. The country's next-generation maglev trains can reach speeds of 600 kilometers per hour, revolutionizing domestic and international transportation. Graphene production. China controls over 80% of the global graphene market. Unmanned aerial vehicles. Chinese drone manufacturers, including DJI, EHang, and ZAG, dominate the civilian drone market, with over 75% global market share. Solar panels. China produces over 70% of the world's solar panels, controlling the entire supply chain from raw materials to final assembly. Electric vehicles and lithium batteries. China manufactures 60% of the world's EVs and dominates 80% of the lithium-ion battery supply chain. But China's ambitions don't stop there. The country is also making rapid progress in AI, semiconductors, aerospace, quantum computing, and telecommunications. With billions in state-backed investment, China is ensuring that it not only competes in these industries, but dominates them. For decades, the United States held an unquestioned monopoly over the semiconductor industry, controlling the design, production, and sale of the world's most advanced chips. But as China's technological ambitions grew, the United States responded with strict export controls and sanctions, blocking Chinese companies from accessing critical semiconductor technology. These efforts were meant to cripple China's chip industry and keep it dependent on Western suppliers. However, these sanctions backfired spectacularly. Instead of slowing China down, they accelerated its push towards self-sufficiency. The Chinese government immediately ramped up investments, injecting over $300 billion into domestic semiconductor development. Chinese chip makers, Huawei and SMIC, responded with breakthroughs that defied US expectations. In late 2023, Huawei unveiled its 7nm Kirin 9000S processor, proving that China could still produce advanced chips without Western technology. By 2025, China is projected to manufacture 5nm chips domestically, bringing it closer than ever to closing the gap with the US and Taiwan. Meanwhile, China is rapidly expanding its semiconductor manufacturing infrastructure. The Yangtze Memory Technologies Corporation, or YMTC, is leading the charge in NAND flash storage, while Changxin Memory Technologies, or CXMT, is becoming a major force in DRAM production. In a few years, China could break the Western monopoly on semiconductors entirely. The US is now racing to stop China's progress, but it may already be too late. Western tech companies still rely on Chinese supply chains, and with China developing its own alternatives, the power balance is shifting. If China reaches full self-sufficiency in semiconductors, it could cripple Western tech giants like Apple, Nvidia, and Intel, who still depend on Taiwanese and South Korean chip manufacturers that China is increasingly influencing. China's dominance in artificial intelligence is already reshaping the global economy. With a government-backed AI strategy, massive data pools, and a powerful tech sector, China has built an AI ecosystem that rivals and in many ways surpasses the United States. One of the biggest indicators of this shift is DeepSeek AI, China's homegrown AI company that rivals OpenAI in innovation but operates with a fraction of the costs. Chinese tech giants like Tencent, Alibaba, and Baidu are also investing billions into large language models, AI-driven automation, and next-generation computing. Unlike the West, which is paralyzed by concerns over AI ethics, job displacement, and corporate red tape, China is rapidly deploying AI across all industries. From healthcare to finance, manufacturing to military applications, AI is being used to boost efficiency, eliminate labor shortages, and optimize entire industries. China's government is fully embracing AI as a national priority. Beijing's 5-year AI roadmap aims to make China the world's leading AI superpower by 2030, and it is well on track to achieve that goal. China has already won the electric vehicle race. Companies like BYD, NIO, and XPeng are outproducing and outselling Western brands, not just domestically, but in global markets as well. In 2024, BYD overtook Tesla as the world's top-selling EV company, and it continues to expand aggressively. BYD's latest breakthrough, the integration of its God's Eye driver assistance system across its fleet, has given it a major edge. Unlike Tesla, which still struggles with full autonomy, BYD is making semi-autonomous driving features standard in even its most affordable models. GAP2S. With China producing over 60% of the world's EV batteries and controlling 80% of the global supply chain for key materials, the West is now dependent on China for its green transition. In space exploration, China is no longer just catching up. It is taking the lead. The country has landed rovers on Mars, set up its own space station, Tiangong, and is planning a permanent moon base by 2030. While much of the world continues to debate the best ways to transition to renewable energy, China is already leading the charge. In fact, China is the world's largest producer of solar panels, controlling over 70% of the global market. By 2024, China was producing more than 200 gigawatts of solar power annually, and it continues to expand its green energy infrastructure at an unprecedented rate. But it's not just solar energy where China is making strides. The country is also a global leader in wind energy production, with more than 50% of the world's wind turbines being manufactured in China. By 2025, China is set to install more than 150 gigawatts of wind power, a number that far surpasses the installation rates of Western nations like the US and Germany. The country is also actively developing next-generation energy storage technologies, which are critical for ensuring the stability of renewable energy grids, as well as actively investing in hydroelectric power, with some of the largest hydropower stations in the world, such as the Three Gorges Dam, providing a clean, reliable source of energy. Moreover, nuclear energy is another key part of China's energy transition, with over 20 nuclear reactors currently under construction, aimed at providing low-carbon electricity to power its expanding industries. The significance of China's energy strategy cannot be overstated. With its massive investments in solar, wind, storage, and nuclear power, China's renewable energy sector will likely be the largest and most influential in the world by 2030. For decades, the world believed the West would remain at the helm of global technological innovation. The United States and Europe were seen as the unquestioned leaders in fields like space exploration, electric vehicles, and renewable energy. But now, China is in the driver's seat, and the West's grip on the future is slipping. The pace at which China is advancing in AI, semiconductors, space electric vehicles, and clean energy is not just impressive, it's overwhelming. While the United States and Europe grapple with internal political struggles, regulatory challenges, and sluggish innovation, China is already laying the foundation for global dominance in the industries that will define the next century. As China's space program reaches the moon, its EV companies outpace Tesla, and its renewable energy infrastructure expands, it is becoming increasingly clear that the future is China's. For those who believe in innovation, progress, and the industries of tomorrow, the future is Chinese, and the West will be left behind if it doesn't catch up fast enough. This is truly the Chinese century. Please like and subscribe for more content.